Hey y'all, it's Nikon. Another Pokemon Go episode, and it's going to be the road to rank 10. This is set 1, going against Yana 954. Let's get it. Alright, we got Bronzor versus Cottony. I win that matchup, so she swapped out. I immediately swapped. I'm thinking ice move is coming. Deino doesn't do well with ice moves, so I blocked. Throwing out my charge attack. Dark move should take off a good bit of health. Now, waiting to see what goes on. Of course, they bring Cottony back in, which annihilates my Bronzor. I think I messed up a little bit. I should have waited for the switch clock a couple more seconds, but I went ahead and hopped in. Now, I don't take much damage from Cottony's moves, but I can do some damage. They block and swap to a Deino, and I swap to Nincada. Now, I just got to block this move, and at this point, I should be able to get through the rest of the Deino, because Nincada is a beast. Takes a lot of damage, but that should be okay. I win. They gave up because Bronzor would have beat Cottony. All right, going against Aurelia. That's what it was. All right, another Cottony. Everybody loves Cottony, I guess. So winning lead on this. They swapped the Deino. I swapped the Deino. I feel like mirror match. YOLO. And I didn't block. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I should have blocked. But I feel like they had Cottony, so there was kind of like no point, because it was going to die anyway. And Cottony is tearing up my Nincada. Looking grim on this battle. I got the boost, but it's not enough. Now, I think this is where I messed up. Yeah, so I take that hit, and I'm trying to... See, I didn't know what they had at the end. So the Bronzor, mirror matches are not the great. So Bronzor versus Bronzor is pretty much just like slow. But it's like whoever has the most health wins. It'll take forever. So I feel like I should have blocked that move from Cottony, and I probably would have had enough charge moves and energy to do 2 attacks that would have probably put me ahead of that Bronzor. But I'm going for a Hail Mary and Spartan. Come back on your come back with your shield or on it. So I let them knock me out. But yeah, Bronzor. Probably could have fast forwarded this part, but it is what it is. And then I blocked just to suck up some more time. And that's wrap. Alright, so I think I am 1-1. Alright, new opponent. Zawa Kawabawa, something like that. Alright, Drifloon versus Bronzor. Now, Drifloon has the option of like ice move, I think Icy Veins, but it also has Shadow Ball. For some reason, I didn't think he had enough to do a Shadow Ball, so I didn't block, and I took a big hit. Now, I got 2 shields to 1, so that's kind of good, but now I have to block this move because, yeah, Icy, so that's reducing my attack. But it took off a lot of health if it hit me. Alright, Let It Be. So I figure Bug versus Bug should be good. This is the first time I've seen a Let It Be in this tournament that we're having, the Little Cup. So I'm not sure what to expect from it, but it has a flying move, Aerial Ace. That probably would have took me out. Attacking back with Night Slash, not really doing a lot of damage. They swap out the Bronzor. Got a little hit in, doing as much damage as possible. He has energy for a charge move. But I got to my charge move a little quicker, which was just enough to take it out. But this is going to hurt. But do I have enough to finish the last Pokemon? Ladybug? Nope. He gets his charge move off. That's wrap. Good effort. So I'm 1-2. Going against 17 I can't even pronounce that, but it's my opponent. Bronzor versus Bronzor match. Our favorite. I mean, feel free to scroll ahead 20 seconds, maybe 30. These battles take forever. It's almost like a little dancing because you don't know if someone's going to swap and you want them to dump all their energy. So I try to like stay ahead on energy just in case they do swap to something that I could probably get a good hit in. Now our Bronzor is a 93% IV, so it should, beat most Bronzors out there. But you know how it is. He had a different quick move, so he was actually doing more damage to me than I was doing to him. So that's the reason why I was losing that battle. I get off 2 dark or night slashes, do a decent bit of damage to Cottony. I'm just let this go because at this point I have a Deino, but I can't swap to it. So after I get my charge moves off, so I kill it with 2 charges available. So I'm gonna do as much damage as I can, and then swap. And then they have Nincada. Can't even see past all this dragon breath. Oh, Seal, which is, yeah. And I don't know if he lagged on this one, so I might have got a cheat win on this one. Like, I felt like he stopped attacking for a little bit, which let me get to my Dark Pulse. But at that point, he's back, but there's no recovery for him at this point. So he gives up. So I don't, lag. 2-2. All right. Road to victory. All right. Another fine opponent we're going to fight today. Bronzor versus Bronzor. Jesus. These matches. You're going to see a lot of Bronzor in this cup. He's a tank. He can take a lot of hits from stuff that's not super effective. If someone has fire, it does a lot of damage to Bronzor. What else is he weak to? I'm trying to think. Like I said, I've seen a couple Bronzors where they have a different quick move where it's not confusion. And it actually does a decent bit of damage versus other Bronzors. Like it'll put you ahead. It's all about the switching. So currently I'm ahead. Just got to the yellow. But I swap to my Deino. Then they swap to Cottony. And I know like Cottony's just going to annihilate Deino, so I get as much chip damage as possible. Swap back to Bronzor. And of course I got charge move ready. See if they block or not. So they took it. And then they go to why not. So I'm just going to knock off some chip damage just because I know I got Nincada in the background. And Nincada is going to be able to do decent damage to this why not. But I'm just trying to take off as much health as possible. And let them dump their energy on something that doesn't take that much damage. So I should be able to finish off this Bronzor, but I didn't want him to get to another charge move. I didn't know where he was at in energy, so I just went ahead and let it go. But they had a shield, and I'm going to be forced to shield because I want to have as much health versus as why not as possible to finish it off. Now, they have no shields, so this should do some decent damage. Now, I just have to survive the next... I can't take 2 charge moves. I can take 1. I just can't take 2. So at this point, I get to my next Night Slash. And enough damage, but I swap just in case and try to do the charge move, but the damage from the quick attack killed them. So 3s and 2s. 3s and 2s get you Pikachus. This is my reward. Part 1. I'm going to do a recap on set number 2 coming up. But yeah. Road to rank 10, we're getting a Pikachu this season. We're getting it. Until part 2, peace. Whew, look at that ranking. Moving on up. Got some Stardust. Yes, we're moving up. Part 2 coming up.